Bus is short for omnibus, which is Latin meaning for all. In order to show how fascinating buses are, here are some bus facts for all. There are many interesting topics covered in this video, such as why certain buses lack seat belts and how bus routes first failed. So let's get started with 10 fantastic bus facts, whether you want to know how to live in a school bus or about a bus that runs on excrement. Welcome to The Amazing Facts. Stay tuned. 10 exciting facts about buses. Number 1. Double-decker buses were not invented in the United Kingdom. Double-decker buses are widely used in the United Kingdom, where they are distinguished by their brilliant red color. They're so prevalent, in fact, that they've become an international icon of the country. While the United Kingdom is frequently mentioned when discussing double-deckers, France originally introduced this form of bus to the globe. In fact, France was the primary pioneer of buses. The first double-decker buses were drawn by horses and debuted in Paris. Later, in 1906, France produced the first motorized double-decker bus, known as the Schneider Brilli P2. Number 2. Yellow school buses make it easier for us to read their signs. School buses were not always bright yellow. Only during a conference to enhance school buses in 1939 was yellow chosen as the color we know today. Yellow outperformed all other colors because it was the easiest to read the black letters against in the early morning light. Number 3. Seat belts are not needed on most buses. This may seem contradictory given how many passengers they transport, but it is simply because seat belts are not especially useful in terms of bus safety. To begin with, buses move slowly. Seat belts are meant to save people from being flung out of the vehicle and to make airbags more effective. Furthermore, due to compartmentalization, where seats are equally and closely separated, most buses are not required to have seat belts. This results in the formation of compartments that serve as protective barriers in the event of a collision. Another reason seat belts aren't widely used is cost, with studies claiming that adding seat belts might quadruple the cost of a school bus, for example, without significantly boosting passenger safety. Number 4. School buses are being converted into residences. The name schoolie refers to a school bus that has been transformed into a living space or recreational vehicle, with an increasing number of individuals being interested in this lifestyle each year. It takes a lot of effort to convert automobiles into mobile homes. Sure, it may be really lucrative. The process is required before living in a schoolie vary by state, but in general, you must gut the inside, obtain an RV policy, and locate some property or an RV park that permits schoolies. Converting it will most likely cost between $20,000 and $30,000, so if you have the money and want to be a part of the small home trend, this is an interesting concept worth exploring. Number 5. Originally, horses were used to pull buses. Blaise Pascal founded the first bus service in France in 1662. Vehicles were still hauled by animals throughout this decade, with individuals employing horse-driven carriages for private transportation. This pattern persisted into the 19th century. However, the notion of employing horses for public transit faded out within a decade of its introduction, since it was unneeded for the affluent and could only be used by the nobility. Horse-drawn vehicles did make a reappearance, though, with France establishing a horse-drawn omnibus route in 1826 that was open to all kinds of society. 2 years later, New York City launched its own omnibus service. Number 6. A school bus once hit 367 miles per hour. Imagine a school bus powered by a jet engine if you thought the normal school run was stressful. Paul Cinder of Wisconsin installed a GJ79 jet engine in a school bus to see how fast it could drive and achieved a world record for the fastest school bus in the process. Number 7. There's a bus in England that runs on poop. It was founded in 2014 by the Bath Bus Company and transports around 40 passengers between Bath and Bristol Airport. The bus is known as a biobus because it is fueled by both food waste and dung. It is expected that one tank of this biomethane gas-powered bus can go up to 186 miles. Number 8. The oldest surviving school bus dates from 1927. While school buses have been manufactured in various configurations for over a century, they often lead harsh lives and operate practically every day until they are decommissioned. As a result, not many school buses survive long lives, but this one is an exception. Blue Bird built the oldest surviving school bus in 1927, which may be viewed at the Henry Ford Museum in Michigan. Number 9. Chicago established the first bus lane. Bus lanes were designed to keep buses from being clogged in traffic, allowing them to finish their journeys more quickly. Bus lanes were initially installed in Chicago in 1940. The United Kingdom also used similar road marker, although it took them 28 years to follow Chicago's lead. Number 10. In the 1800s, horse buses were ultimately phased out. Cable cars were created in San Francisco in 1873 and did not require the use of animals to operate. However, due to the safety danger of the wires snapping, this idea was short-lived. Trolleybuses, which ran on electricity and tracks, put an end to animal-based public transit in the United States in the late 1800s. Unlike cable cars, this vehicle was popular in the late 1800s because it provided productive and efficient public transit. Thank you for watching. Subscribe our channel for latest notifications.